Hey everybody, you're listening to Dirt Nap City, the podcast about interesting dead people, but also about dead ends. And dead ends are what, Al from Austin?
So my thought is a dead end is something that used to be around. We might have enjoyed it, a cultural phenomenon type thing that's phenom that's not so much.
Sometimes they're still around, like drinking fountains and synthesizers.
Oh, there you go.
But one of us is under the misconception that it's not around anymore. So it really is just things that we don't pay attention to anymore.
Well, I'm glad you didn't pick two that I had done. You just
Or those things that gross us out.
Huh? You mean that people used to do? Like not washing your hands after you went to the bathroom?
Correct.
Now everybody washes their hands.
Yeah,
Most
that's
people
not
do.
a dead end.
Okay. All right. Well, see, now we've learned something.
Yeah. Today, I want to talk to you about something that I think both you guys will be very familiar with. It probably falls in that 1970s, 1980s, maybe even early 1990s time frame.
Now, the last time, or not too long ago, you introduced us to a shirt that changed colors, and I still have not been able to verify that ever existed.
The hypercolor.
Yeah.
I think sometimes Kelly dreams about these things.
He dreams in hypercolor.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think this...
Are you saying I'm having like an AI hallucination?
But he accused me of making up the X-ray shoe fitter also.
True.
He can't
Oh,
verify
no.
that
I've had
that
my
ever
foot
is.
in one of those.
This is not that kind of show, but okay.
So the hypercolor shirts are real. I don't feel like you've done any research if you still don't believe me, so shame on you. We're not going to have any debate about this. This one is squarely going to not only be something you're familiar with, it's going to get you excited. So let's say you're in, 5th grade, maybe 8th grade, 10th grade, even high school. Somewhere in there, you're in your formative years, and you like someone. You're like, hey, I like that guy or girl. It's 2026, so I have to kind of be inclusive. But for us, it probably would have been a girl. Yeah, you think?
Sure.
So you like this girl, and maybe you're holding hands in class. Maybe you're, and then you kind of want to take it to the next level. But you don't want to be pushy. But you want to do something, and you don't have any money because you're a kid and you're broke. So what do you give her as a gift to tell her that you really like her and to allow you to say things that you probably couldn't say to her face, like in a subtle way? As soon as I say it, it's going to be obvious. It's something you make for her, something you create. It was a creative
friendship
thing.
bracelet?
No, is it one of those paper things where you go flip, flop, flip, flop, flip, flop?
You're going to be married to a bum, and you're going to have 16 children.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, come
call
on.
him bum,
But sorry.
Oh wait, a mixtape?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Is
yeah,
that right? Am I onto something here?
Sure.
I was a little older when.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The only reason I said 5th grade is because you guys were talking about kissing girls in 5th grade. That's why.
Now, mixtapes have just been replaced by playlists, right? Or do kids not do that?
They have been replaced by playlists, but they were a thing.
Do kids do that? Like, does a 5th grade kid make a Spotify playlist and send it to his intended?
I don't have any 5th graders in my life. So if you're a 5th grader and you're listening to Dirt Nap City, first of all, good on you.
I was in shame on your parents.
Second of all, go to bed.
Well, no, a lot of people in bed listen to it to fall asleep.
Oh, that's true.
So
Yeah, we've already established that.
But
never make it to the end.
Let's just say, I do think that playlists are a thing, but they're not the same thing. No. I mean, let's talk about this. Did either of you ever make a mixtape?
Oh yeah, carefully curated mixtape where you just pour over the order. First of all,
yeah, the order is so important.
So important. It's got to build.
You can't start with "She loves you." Yeah. That's too blatant.
And it has to be. Can't be too on the nose either. Can't. It has to be subtle. Yeah. And it has has to be all
like,
songs.
You're my girl now.
But it can't be all songs you can make out.
Enough.
It's got to have some fun
rockers.
stuff in there too. Yeah. It's
well,
a very delicate thing. But I was pretty good at making mixtapes, I think.
And mixtapes weren't always for your betrothed or your intended. It was, you could make them for your friends, right? You make a birthday one for somebody. I think
you might make it for a road trip.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You last night were very adamant that I didn't break up your pool mix while we were sitting.
He was mad. He wanted.
I wanted to play some songs, and he's like playing.
I played one song, and then I go, "We're not going to do this, though."
Yeah,
we're going to go back to my pool mix.
So here's a little behind the curtains for all the Dirt Nap City fans. Sometimes Alex is a little rigid with his...
with everything.
And sometimes Kelly forgets to follow the rules.
And sometimes Kelly forgets to follow the rules.
That's right. Just for an example here, let's just say we're at Alex's house. And I had the microphones all set up. I got up early and set everything up and got everything going, brought everything with me, just made it turnkey, made it easy for you guys. Alex is like, hey, I need to be at the head of the table. It's my house. And so I moved his mic. I taped down all the cables. I had to pull up the tape and retape it. But
it's feng shui.
Is that that comedian
with
we
Alex
see?
on this one? Yeah.
All right. So mixtapes. Yes. So you could make them for your friends. You could make them for your intended. You could make one for your parents. I feel like I made some for my parents.
Really?
Yeah. Like a 50th anniversary. It was all, all their songs from back in the day. I still have a lot of mixtapes that my friend Johnny made a bunch that he and I would exchange.
Did you burn CDs like that too?
Yes, and we're going to get to CDs. It was, you could do that,
but more fun on cassettes.
Well, the thing was, it started on cassettes, and there were different ways you could do it. So, for one, what would be the most obvious way to make a mixtape?
You mean record albums, songs off of albums?
Yes. So if you had a record player, you'd hook up your cassette, and you might even have the level knob on the cassette player. You might fade it out, like if it was too long of a song, and or you might crossfade. I mean, you could get really fancy with that. But also, sometimes you didn't have the album, or you didn't want to spend $14 to buy the album, or you didn't have a record player, so you record it off the radio.
Absolutely,
a lot of people record some, and I can remember actually the song "Rapper's Delight." 104 KRBE. So this might have been before your time. Was 104 KRBE a thing when you were here?
Yes.
So that was a radio station here in Houston, and I learned Rapper's Delight with the DJ's intro to it. And he basically, I just remember this so well. He's like, and here's the Sugar Hill Gang, baby. And then hip, a hop, a hit me to the hit me. So in my head, I always say, here's the Sugar Hill Gang, baby.
I used to record myself as the DJ, introducing records that I had and trying to hit the post. You know what I mean by hit the post, where you're talking
right to where the lyrics start.
Right to where the lyrics start.
Yeah,
right. And I used to be pretty good at that, and I'd practice.
I've never heard that called hit the post.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an industry term.
Yeah.
Huh. Do you have any of those cassettes? Or
I'm sure I don't.
Really? I thought everything was within 15 feet.
Yeah, but I recorded over all that stuff, probably to make mixtapes for girls.
Right.
What about you, Adeb?
All of this, it just sounds a little high tech for me. I remember early on making mixtapes, and it was just a very much clunk. The music started
for girls.
No, this was really just for my guy friends, and they're just making tapes.
You never made a mixtape for a girl?
I don't think I did.
You got married young.
Yeah. I made I made playlist for, when I call it a playlist, I mean, I made a cassette tape to go on a road trip, and it would be timed out. So it would be the entire, from start to finish on the trip.
You didn't have an auto reverse on your cassette player.
Probably not.
Now, one stressful thing about the mixtapes is the one shot you got at writing it down, because you've got the little cassette,
the sleeve.
Sleeve.
Right.
And it would have very tiny
little lines,
and you'd have maybe 18 songs on it. And you got one shot not to spell something wrong, or because you're writing in pen. Smudge. You're not writing in pencil.
So it depends on if that was TDK or BASF. Or
they were all about
Memorex.
The same size lines, right?
Remember all these brands, though?
Yeah.
Fuji?
For sure.
And you had these sort of cheaper cassettes that you could get, but then like a Maxell. Remember Maxell?
Maxell,
Maxell was like, I thought that was top. Then there was Maxell Silver and Maxell Gold.
And they tricked people like you into thinking it was
and a blank
better,
Maxell Gold tape was like $11 or something.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, I'm going to make my Gold Master on this.
But you could go to Walmart and get one for 45 cents.
Yeah.
That was a cheap one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, I'll bet you, if you find those old tapes, I bet you the cheap ones won't even play anymore. And I bet you those Maxell Golds still play.
Now, let's talk about why mixtapes existed. if you think about it, and this is hard for our generation because we kind of grew up with cassette players. They became popular. As a matter of fact, they were introduced in 1963 by Philips. And it wasn't just an audio format. It sort of democratized music. Before that, unless you had, reel-to-reel, like really expensive recording equipment, you just had to listen to what was on the radio, or you had to buy vinyl. You didn't; those were your options, right? You might be listening to a 45 or a 78 or a 30 and a third, but you couldn't, or the radio, you couldn't put in, and you had to listen to an entire band. Like compilation records didn't really exist. So if you wanted to hear this song and followed by this song, followed by this song, that wasn't an option.
Well, you could get K-Tel, but they weren't the original artists.
But I don't know if you could get them at 63. That was more of a 70s thing, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of what they did. A lot of people would use two boom boxes. So I don't know if you ever had a boom box or a cassette with just a microphone in it that you could talk into, or even one of those cassette recorders.
Sure. Yeah.
Were you ever doing that? And then your mom walked in and started talking. Mm-hmm. You're like, Mom! So my grandmother, who is 100 years old, just turned 100 back in April, I was doing a mixtape in my room, and it had the Star Wars, the Miko Disco Star Wars. You remember that? It was like the Star Wars theme with a.
What girl are you making this one for?
Hooked on Classics, Shannon O'Brien, I think. So it's going, and it's Hooked on Classics, and in that Star Wars thing, there's some sound effects with R2D2, boop, 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 boop. And it came in, and my grandmother said, "That's C-3PO." She meant C-3PO, but she called it C-3PO. And that made it onto the tape.
Oh, nice.
Like I didn't stop. So anytime I hear that Star Wars Miko beat, and there's a certain point where R2D2 goes boop 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 boop, I always think that's C-3PO.
You know what I just found 2 days ago was the 45 to the Miko Empire Strikes Back song.
Yeah.
I have that upstairs. It's
Okay.
a 45 to that.
Nice. Yeah, Miko was, and they had like spacey people dancing on the cover.
No, it was just a 45.
No.
So no.
Well, so you had to really be innovative. Now, who do you guys know who kind of did the most innovation, and also why they're called mixtapes? You think it's just a mix of songs, but there's more of a story.
Oh,
do you guys know about that?
I don't.
So DJs in the 70s would make these tapes. And they called it a mixtape because it was their mix. It was their live set. And they would record these live DJ sessions, and that mix was what they called a mixtape. And then they would pass it around at bars. They would give it to people like promoters and stuff to get more gigs.
Oh, interesting.
That was how they would show their wares.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And then the word mix, I mean, it makes sense, right? It's a mix of different music, but the original thing was the DJ's mix. You were hearing the mix off their board as they were sampling records and stuff.
Very cool. Yeah. So did you see, this just reminds me, what was the John Cusack movie, High Fidelity?
Yeah.
He would communicate basically
with mixtapes.
With mixtapes.
Yeah, I do remember that movie. Well, we talked a little bit about Les Paul and about music and technology and stuff like that. There was this term called cassette culture. And cassette culture was what these DJs were doing, what people were making, and it kind of had to do with hip hop and stuff like that. It was interesting though, because eventually cassettes gave way to CDs, as you mentioned earlier, and CDs gave way to writable CDs.
Not as easy though.
No. More involved. There wasn't a recorder where you just hit record. It was in a computer, and
I never really found burning a CD was very accessible.
I burned thousands.
I'm sure you
probably. I mean, I would burn 50 copies of something. I would make it and give it to friends. I think I gave you guys mixed CDs over the years.
There were years where you and Jody would create like an annual.
Yeah,
CD.
Yeah, like a Christmas. That was our little Christmas gift.
I was always looking forward to that, and I had those for a very long time.
Yeah,
good stuff. More twang, less bang.
So, thank you. So you mentioned about writing in the sleeve, And you're right. I have terrible handwriting, and so it was always a challenge for me to. And I couldn't write small. Like the ability to write small usually.
And
means,
you didn't know how to spell very well.
and there wasn't spell check. So what I would do is take a piece of heavy paper, cardstock, and draw an outline of it, and figure out where the folds are supposed to be, and fold that, and then do like maybe a collage. So I might take pictures and put it in there, and then I might do the writing on another piece of paper, so I could have several chances at it, and then use a little glue to glue it in there. I'd spend a lot of time making sleeves for cassettes that would unfold and would have kind of messages about the songs and pictures and
basically your liner notes.
Do you remember Kelly's ammo box with all the cassettes?
I do remember
I
that.
actually still have that. I still have I still have one ammo box full of cassettes and one full of CDs and one full of shotgun shells. So
there you go.
I have 3 ammo boxes left.
You are a prepper, aren't you?
Yes, I'm
You're
prepared.
Texan for sure.
I'm prepared for the days when we won't be able to listen to things online anymore, and I just want to rock out in my bunker. So I'll have my ammo box with cassettes and all
very Guardians of the Galaxy.
All your Rayovac batteries with me, so I can play my cassette player.
Hey Rayovac, if you're listening, sponsor us. I don't see any Rayovac commercials these days. I'm sure you have a small marketing budget. We can work with you.
So the CD thing came, and again, it was not as refined. But actually, if you used, there were several programs you could use, like SoundForge. Sony made this program called SoundForge, or you could use Audacity. These were editing programs, so you could actually take the WAV files or the MP3 files and edit them and do a better mix, and then burn that onto the CD if you wanted to. But it was a lot of work. It was a lot more work and a little more involved. But with the CD, there were 2 cool things. Number one, you could make the sleeve that slid into the front, and you could make it multi-page. You can make little booklets, which I did that sometimes. Yeah. The plastic jewel cases. I still have probably 50. I have a pack of 50 jewel cases that I never used that I still, I need to get rid of. But then there was a thing called the CD Stomper. Are either of you familiar with the CD Stomper?
No.
I think I am, actually. It's how you put the sticker on
the label.
The label onto the CD.
So it was Avery labels or something, and you would print it in the printer, and it was already die cut, the circle with the little circle. You would peel that out. You would put it upside down on the CD Stomper, which was a round disc, plastic round disc, and it had a spring, and it had a little nub for the whole of the CD. You would put it in there, and you just go like that, like stamp it down, and then that would put the liner notes on, or the label on perfectly.
Yeah.
So you started this by saying you're making it for a girl, but in talking to both of you guys, it doesn't sound like either of you made very many of these for girls.
No, I don't think I ever. Yeah. No.
I did. I made them for girls.
And were they?
I had girls interested in me at that time.
Was the purpose to send a message, or just to like give her a piece of yourself? Like, these are the songs I like.
Probably more 2 than yes, or more 2 than 1.
This is my personality. If you listen to these songs, you'll get me.
I think also just,
I didn't do that.
Also, just maybe spending time. If it was a girlfriend that I was already spending time with, there might be songs we liked that we danced to. Remember when we danced to that one song, or we were driving and listening?
Yeah, I think that's what I did.
Kind of nostalgia.
Songs that were our songs.
Yeah.
So, Alex, did you make tapes for girls?
Yeah. I think it was more like sending messages or songs that we had in common, but I never thought to be like, if you listen to this group of songs, you'll get me. Because this is the essence. I wish I had thought of that, because that's a better idea.
He wanted to do, you remember that song by Exile? I want to kiss you all over and over
a little
again,
on the nose,
till the night closes in. And then they only got worse from there. As it progressed, it went from kissing to heavy petting to other stuff. Sorry, Mrs. Milam. Dear son.
It's time you know.
Yeah. So, that was mixtapes. It was a fun thing. I don't think kids today have any notion of what that was like. And it took a long time. You could be working on a mixtape for days.
So are you saying that kids today do not make playlists and send them to.
Sure, I think they make playlists, but that's a totally different thing. There's not the physicality of that, of pushing the buttons and pausing at the right time, and your grandmother walking in and ruining a take and deciding to keep it in there because a good producer hears
But all
something and
that's-
says, "That's Yippio. That sounds great. I should leave it in."
It sounds like progress, though. It sounds like we're getting better at
Prog
the
rock,
technology.
No,
Well, but there is an argument. What Kelly is describing with the mixtape to me is it's a very analog process, and there's something to be said for the process where
Well,
things are slower.
But I would argue that
Deliberate.
that's when CDs came out. I stopped for that exact reason. That then it involved computers and CD stompers and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of when we stop progressing. Kelly went into the CDs, I stopped, but the next progression into MP3s and Spotify playlists, he got off the.
No, I have a ton of playlists. I just don't share them with people. They're generally just like, these are songs I like.
Well, you don't
for
have girlfriends anymore.
Thank God. Well, Jody, if you're still listening, first of all, great job. You
made it.
I do hope I made you. I know I made you some CDs. I don't know if we were together during cassette times, but
Jody, here's your assignment. I want you to make a 10-song playlist for Kelly.
Okay.
So maybe if you have either created or even more interesting, if you have been the recipient of a mixtape, maybe
Yeah.
you could write the fellas not at Dirt Nap City.
Yeah, we'd love to hear what was on your mixtape. And, if this gets popular enough, maybe we just do a mixtape of all our best episodes. Then people will really know what we're about.
Good. There you go.
When I get home, babe, gonna light your fire. All day I've been thinking about you, babe, you're my one desire. Gonna wrap my arms around you and hold you close to me. Oh, babe, I wanna taste your lips, I wanna be a fantasy, yeah.
I don't know what I'd do without you, babe. Don't know where I'd be. You're not just another lover, no, you're everything to me. Every time I'm with you, baby, I can't believe it's true. When you lay in my arms and you do the things you do, you can see it in my eyes, I can feel it in your touch. You don't have to say a thing, just let me show how much I love you, need you, yeah. I wanna kiss you all over and over again. I wanna kiss you all over till the night closes in. Till the night closes in. Stay with me, lay with me, holding me, loving me, baby. Feel with me, feeling you close to me, baby. So show me everything you do.